Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, including news of a startling comment from David Murray in Australia. But first, global business confidence slipped to a 5-year low in October, according to a survey of over 6,000 companies. Still, the number of firms that expect business activity to be higher in the year ahead exceeds those that expect it to decline by about 28%. However, that net balance was lower than the 39% in June and the lowest since the series began in 2009. For all the negative talk about China's slowing growth, their businesses seem remarkably optimistic still. In fact, Chinese company optimism is a bit of a standout amongst the major economies surveyed, and they're still reporting they expect to increase hiring over the next year. However, in stark contrast to that, China's leadership and central bank are reported to be ready to cut interest rates again and further loosen lending restrictions. The concern is that falling prices could trigger a surge in debt defaults, business failures and job losses. US stocks are rising today, with major indexes hitting fresh records on the back of multi-merger deals and hopes that China will take that further accommodative monetary policy action. The American service sector expanded in November, but at a slower rate than the previous month as growth in new businesses slowed. In Australia, the David Murray redesign of their financial system has all but gone to the printers, and investors and banks are already trading the capital structure ahead of what could prove to be a major shake-up. Murray, a former CBA boss, says that the industry has a big reputation problem stemming from a deficit of trust that won't be restored by regulation. Rather, he says, it will require bank leaders to fix their cultures. At the same time, the political problems of the ruling parties in Australia are about to get much worse. Australian police are investigating allegations of the misuse of $12 million of Chinese funds during the 2013 political campaign of mining magnate Clive Palmer. That's what the Australian newspaper reported yesterday. In Australia, their finance minister said overnight Russia stands to lose as much as $140 billion a year as a result of lower oil prices and Western sanctions. Even Russia notices economic effects as strong as that. Stocks might be rising in New York, but US Treasury 10-year bond yields are range-bound at 2.33%. The oil price is also range-bound. It's still just under $77 a barrel, and the Brent price is just below $81 a barrel. Ditto for the gold price, which is now marginally under $1,200 an ounce. New Zealand dollar starts today just a little weaker. We're currently at 78.5 US cents, 91.2 Aussie cents, and the TWI is at 78.3. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.